Jaylen, you mentioned earlier in the preseason that you worked on your blocking. What was it exactly that you worked on in that regard, and why was that a point of emphasis for you?
I just worked on getting my hands inside and making solid contact with defenders. I think that was one area that I really needed to improve on, as far as the last season.
Over to Ryan Hennessy.
Sorry. Heading home this week, how important is it? Do you kind of have a message to the fans that they need to come out, even though Brian Denny won't be as full as possible, that they need to make you maybe extra noise?
Accent. How would it affect us?
Yeah. Go ahead and repeat your question, Ryan.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. What's the importance of the fans this week coming home? And obviously they're going to be 20% capacity, so Brian Denny won't be as loud, but they got to kind of make it count, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. We're looking forward to having the same home game feel as usual. It's very Brian Denny is a very tough place to play, so we still want to have that effect on other teams.
We'll go over to Tony Sakalas.
Yeah, can you take us through that catch over the middle where you kind of like jumped over two people? What's going through your head during that one?
Oh well, I kind of like can see the defender through my eye, my, so I kind of braced up a little bit, so I kind of seen him and I jumped. So I was like, that's pretty much it.
Stephen Smith.
Jaylen, John Metchie had a couple of catches in the game. What is something that he brings that not too many people know about, but it's really good? John Metchie.
Well, Metch is he got some sneaky speed to him, so I think if the defender don't latch on to him, he's really getting out of there. And then he also had another in breaking route that I thought he was gonna get out of, but Metch he created a lot of space, especially coming out of his route. So I really think he's gonna get his chance to showcase his speed in due time.
Michael Casagrande, over to you.
Jaylen, just wonder, are you hearing any of this Heisman hype? You're getting some early Heisman hype for the work you've done. Like, what's your reaction to that? Do you think that's possible?
Nah, I actually haven't heard nothing about that. So I kind of don't look into that type of stuff.
John Zener. Oops, here, just a minute. Go and unmute yourself again.
All right. Jaylen, was there any extra, knowing that maybe you were going to get some chances, extra chances, more targets this year? Was there any, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Was there any different level of focus, any different level of excitement for you personally coming to this, knowing you'll probably get targeted more?
Is there any pressure?
Any more excitement or focus, knowing you're probably going to get targeted more?
Well, I think the game set and my game set was kind of the same. Obviously I got to see the field a little more than usual. So I think, but my focus and excitement was the same as any other game.
Over to James Ogletree.
Yeah, Jaylen, Coach Saban was just talking about how you expanded your game to not be just a slot receiver, that you can play a lot of those other positions. With your size, is there anything that you have to keep in mind if you're playing outside? Do you have to play that any differently?
No, I know that the space that I get is limited. They can get more hands-on, so just being more aware and using more releases that we practice on day by day. So I think that's more what you have to do when you're an outside receiver.
Go ahead, Dennis Dodd.
Jaylen, just wondered if it seemed like a road game with less people in the stands, and what was it like just getting ready for that game where it wasn't typically, as crowded and as hyped as it usually is?
Well, it was really different. It wasn't as packed and as loud as away games normally are. But I think it was a great, like, spacing wise, how they had it spaced out. They definitely had a good crowd there.
Jeff Spiegel.
Yeah, Jaylen, can you talk about the catch that you made over the middle that you made through contact, and then the throw that Mac made where he took a big hit and then threw a perfect strike to you? What did those plays do for a team at that moment?
Well, I think that they gave us a spark in the offense and created a big play, got us a great field position. And as far as Mac a very tough guy, so I really expect him to stay in there and take a little pounding to deliver a good ball.
We have time for two more. Christopher Walsh, go ahead.
Two things, please, but before I do, how's your butt?
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay. First off, how have the new strength coaches helped you in terms of your speed? And second, how much of an advantage is it having another wide receiver in the field like Devonta to really challenge the defenses?
Far as the strength coaches, I think Baloo and Ray do a good job. Far as the speed focused part, they really focus on what you need to work on, and areas of that. And what was the second question? Sorry.
How much does it help you having another wide receiver like Devonta on the field?
Oh well, Smitty. I know Smitty is going to do his job. He's very reliable, and they have to be accountable for him. So it's always helpful that you have another playmaker, and we have so many more playmakers. So it's just great having them out there.
And we'll do last question for Jaylen with Haley Sutton.
Hey, Jaylen. Coach Saban talked a lot about being really happy with the first half effort, but then seeing some things that needed to improve in the second. I'm just curious what you saw in the second that maybe needs to be improved on before y'all get back on the field Saturday.
Well, I think the energy that we bring, the same energy that we brought in the first half, we got to bring it and finish with the same energy. It don't matter the scoreboard. Can't look at them type of things. So I think that's what really needs to change.